Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today of the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer. Today's beer was sent to me by Blake. Thank you very much, Blake. This is my second ever Newfoundland beer. I'm excited. I liked my first Newfoundland beer. I'm excited to try my second one. My second one is in this line. Apparently, it is like a macro of the island, and it is right here. It is Man's Best Friend India Beer. So I don't know if India Beer is the beer name or the company, and man, I don't know how it goes. We'll try and get it over here. Oh, this is a Molson Coors product. Man's Best Friend India Beer. So like I said, this is a Molson Coors product. This is 5% alcohol by volume. Now, he did tell me that it seemed like the younger generation was one of the generations bringing this back, the hipsters, because most people. Sorry, this is mostly the older generation that drinks this, and the younger generation between 24 and 40 mostly drink craft beer. But there are a group of them, the hipsters, that would go to this and are reviving this type of stuff. He did say of all of them, though, this was the one he would buy if he was at a random bar that had them. So let's see what this is, right? Being a Molson Coors product, I'm not... A Molson Coors product that I've never seen before. I think that's the weirdest thing about it, right? Like, it's a Molson Coors product. Molson Coors is huge in Canada. Most Molson Coors products can be acquired across the country. Not all, but most. And here's one that you cannot get. And now living in Quebec, I've still never heard of it. When I was in Winnipeg, and when I was in Manitoba, I never heard of it. And my entire time in Ontario, which was most of my life, I had never heard of it. So it's kind of weird. That is beer. That's the stereotypical beer piss color, which is like just a golden color with a bright white frothy head at the top. Crystal clear, though. I can see myself through the through the beer into the camera. I don't know if the camera can show my face through, but yeah, it is what it is. I really do like the very, very nothing can, right? It doesn't really even say anything on it. Like, that's all the information right there. Again, 5% alcohol. I say again because I'm not 100% sure if I said it or not. I'm trying to talk over the furnace right behind me. Scent. Smells like a beer, but a little sweeter. Almost like it has like a little Werther's Original in there. Yeah, tinny, grassy, a little butterscotchy. Doesn't smell bad. Let's put her there. Woo! That pipe is hot. That furnace is on high right now. I went because I was putting it back and I could feel it on my hand. I'm like, wow, that's not usually that hot. Out of the glass. Out of the glass, just a little bit of grassiness, a little bit of that Werther Original scent. Let's try it. Cheerio, good sirs and madams. Okay, so keeping in mind that I don't drink my beer cold, here's what I could say. If I was at a bar, meaning my beer would be cold, I don't think I'd have a problem with this beer at all. I still don't. There's nothing wrong with this. It's pretty clean. It has a little bit of breadiness and a little bit of grassiness on the back end. It has a very upfront sweetness up at the forefront, but not overpowering. It's there. You can't not taste it. Tiniest bit of like Werther's Original after that sweetness, and then that grassiness, that slight earthiness, it's very mellow too. It's very easy drinking. If this was cold, it wouldn't be quite as sweet, which I think I would like a little bit more. But as it is, it's not a bad beer. Not a bad beer at all. I'm trying to put my finger on it. There is a product that this reminds me quite a lot of. And it's not a Molson Coors product. It is very, very akin to You know what? It's kind of akin to a Carlsberg mixed with a PBR. Yeah, I don't know how else to say it. It has the kind of the flavor of a PBR, but like the crispness and the drinkability of a Carlsberg. So I mean, as a macro beer, there ain't nothing wrong with this. It's not amazing, but as a macro beer, it's good. India beer. Yeah. It's not a bad beer. I was trying to think of a way to give it a mark that was higher than I was first anticipating, because the thing is, I'm pretty sure this is an adjunct lager. I'm not 100% sure because it doesn't say much on the can. So I was going to give it a 2 mark thing, but I'm not going to. You know what? Here's what I'm going to say. If I am in a bar in Newfoundland and all they have is macro beer, and I'm sure there's going to be bars in Newfoundland that only have macro beer. If I'm in a bar in Newfoundland and all they have is macro beer, I would have no problem buying this. Personal enjoyment, drinking it on all the time type of thing, I wouldn't go out and pay my money for it. But if I was at somebody's house and this is what they had, I wouldn't bat an eye. Like if we both brought 12 packs and we were both going to drink 6 of each other's beers, because, you know, I've had parties like that where you go, hey, you bring a 12 pack, I bring a 12 pack. We don't bring the same beer and we both get 6 of each and we'll have a good night. I've had those type of parties. I've also had those type of parties where you do the same thing, but there's 4 guys. And now you still have a 12 pack of beer, but now you have 3 of everything. I would not bat an eye at getting this beer. This beer would not sadden me at all. But again, my marks are personal enjoyment. I'd give this a 6.75. It's a very strong offering. It's a good macro beer. It's just not something I would go out after. And that's perfectly fine. Thank you guys for watching. Cheers. Bye. Thank you, Blake.